I have two older brothers. I'm 27, they're 29 and 32, so I just grew up basically chasing them around, you know, and getting beat up by them. And we all three played at the same high school. My oldest brother, he was the first one to go through, so watching him play was just amazing. And then my middle brother, Ryan, actually stepped in. He was a quarterback, and he actually made the team as a freshman and started at quarterback. The second game of the year they threw him in, he was playing as a starting quarterback, which at our high school, it's a pretty big high school and doesn't really happen. There wasn't really any freshmen on the team. And so that kind of paved the way for me. I was in 7th grade at the time, and so I knew that I wanted to try to play varsity as a freshman. And luckily I went through all the workouts and everything going into my freshman year and freshman summer and got there and got a starting job pretty early on in the season. And me and my brother got to play 2 years together, and that was pretty special. And then my dad as well. My dad has he's been a huge part of everything, and my mom. My dad still hasn't missed a game. I've been in the NFL for 5 years now. He comes to every game, home and away. He just loves it, and so knowing he's there, I think, helps a lot. I always enjoyed working out, I think, even from a young age. I think I started lifting when I was in 6th grade and just basically messing around with my brother, you know, in our basement weight room, and then got serious about it probably 7th or 8th grade, and I just enjoyed it. Wanted to do it, felt good working out. I remember in high school we used to do, it was like we would do everything on the same day. We'd do squats, power cleans, leg press, bench. We'd do all our big mass building workouts on the same day, and that was tough. And I still use a lot of those now. I just spread them out over more days now, because as you get older, you got to kind of fine-tune your workouts to how you're feeling and how your body's doing. But I still take everything I learned from my high school coaches and use it now.
What makes him special is the detail. You know, anything he does, you know, if it's a 10-yard run, he's going 15 yards. You know, he's extremely old school. He will play with every injury he's ever had, and you know, I think you have to cart him off the field to get him out of the game. He had the wrist surgery, and he didn't miss a day of workouts. So he found something to do, and he will never complain until you see it in his face that he can't really do something. You know, his wrist injury this year happened in October, and they won the Super Bowl. You know, so he was playing in a cast. So he played the entire season with a brace, and the media didn't know about it, nobody knew about it, and he says it's part of the game. So toughness is, you know, it's part of what makes him AJ too.
The NFL dream's always been there for me. Definitely a dream. I never thought it was really possible. I probably didn't think it was possible until maybe my junior year in college. End of my junior year, I thought, you know, this might really happen. I might have a chance to do it. But at the time, I was so caught up in my college career and enjoying that I didn't put any pressure on myself. I didn't really think about it. I said, if it's there, you know, it'll happen. But I was having a great time in Ohio State. As a young kid, you work for it. You watch those guys on TV, and you want to be in their shoes. And the odds are stacked against us. But luckily, I had a lot of good teachers and good coaches that kind of pushed me along. I've been in the NFL 5 years now, and I definitely feel like I've gotten better each year. I feel like when I came in my rookie year, it's almost like coming in as a freshman in college. You're not really sure what to expect, what kind of expectations to have. And I was lucky enough to step into a starting role right away. I knew what I was doing for the most part, but now when I look back from year 1 to year 5 of my mindset and how I thought about games and practice and everything, it's just, I feel like I've grown up a lot. I mean, I think you just have to be authentic to yourself. You can't be fake, and guys see right through that. And I learned that from an early age. I felt like I could always see when someone was trying to be a leader or trying to be a certain way, like because they felt like a coach or a parent wanted to do that, and I never took to that. I have a hard time respecting those type of leaders. So at least for myself, I felt like if I'm doing the right thing all the time, hopefully, you know, guys will follow and they'll want to do that, and they'll come to you at different times and ask questions on why you do what you do and how. And that's why I think if you don't say a whole lot, certain times you do need to speak, and when you do, it means something. Just like having a teacher or a coach that just yells all the time. If they yell 100% of the time, you're going to tune that out eventually and not listen to any of it. So I try to at least make my comments mean something when I say anything.